fx is a quadratic function. Fx is a quadratic function given f of 1 is given 5, f of minus 1 is given 11, and f of 2 is given 8. We have to find the value of f of minus 2. That is what we need to find here, f of minus 2. Now, since it is a quadratic function, we know any quadratic polynomial can be represented as ax squared plus bx plus c. Here a can be any real number except 0, and b comma c are any real number. This is a quadratic function, general form. Now three conditions are given. We can utilize these three conditions to get a, b, c. So here, first of all, when the input is 1, output is 5. So what is the input here? A into 1 square plus b into 1 plus c equal to 5. So this gives a plus b plus c equal to 5. We mark it as equation 1. Next, f of minus 1 equal to 11. Now this gives a into minus 1 whole square plus b into minus 1 plus c equal to 11. Now this gives us a minus b plus c equal to 11. This second equation. Similarly, using f of 2 equal to 8, we get a third equation, a into 2 square plus b into 2 plus c equal to 8. And this gives us 4a plus 2b plus c equal to 8. The third equation. Now we have to solve these three equations to get the value of ABC. We observe here that if we add equation 1 and 2, then B will be removed. That is, here B we can eliminate by the first and second equation. So adding equation 1 and 2, adding equation 1 and 2, what we get? We get 2a plus 2c equal to 16, and that gives us a plus c equal to 8. We mark this as 4. Now, from this equation, we can eliminate c by using this one. That is, from 3 and 4, we can get a relation with a and b only. So, from 3 and 4, what we get? We get here 4a plus 2b plus 8 minus a equal to 8. Now from this what we get, that 3a plus 2b equal to 0. And from this we can say that b equal to minus 3 by 3a by 2. So we got b in terms of a. We can find c in terms of a. Now we can take any one equation and put these values to get the value of a. For example, if we take the first equation and substitute the value of b and c, let us see what we get. From equation 1, what we have? A plus b plus c equal to 5. Now a as it is, b is minus 3a by 2, and c is 8 minus a equal to 5. Now from this what we understand, that is minus 3a by 2 equal to minus 3, and this gives us a equal to 2. Now when a equal to b equal to what? Minus 3a by 2, that is minus 3, and c is equal to 8 minus c, that is 8 minus 2, that is 6. Therefore, our quadratic polynomial becomes fx equal to ax squared, so 2x squared minus 3x plus 6 This is the quadratic polynomial which you have got. Now after that we need what? We need f of minus 2. That is 2 into minus 2 square minus 3 into minus 2 plus 6. And that gives us what? 2 into 4 plus 6 plus 6. And that is 20. Px is a quadratic polynomial. Px is a quadratic polynomial. It is given Pm equal to A, Pm equal to B, and Pn equal to C. We have to find Px. Now, since it's a quadratic polynomial, we consider this Px as A into x minus n into x minus n plus B into x minus n into x minus n plus C into x minus n into x minus n. Now, when we put n, that is, if we replace x by n, what we get? This part 0, this part also 0, only left with this part. That is b into l minus n into l minus n. Now, PL is given a, this is given. So, from this we get b equal to a by l minus n, l minus n. We have to get the value of a, b, and c when we are done, because a, b, c are unknown, and we mark this as equation 1. Now next we get Pm from equation 1. So from equation 1, that means when you put x equal to m in 1, then what we get? First term 0, second term 0, only get a third term. That is c into a minus n into a minus n, and this is equal to b, which is given. So from this we get c equal to b by m minus n into a minus n. Now from equation 1 again, 1 again, what we get? P of n equal to, when we put x equal to n, this part 0, this part 0, only left with this part. So this is a into n minus n into n minus n, and that is c. Now this is given. And from here we get a equal to c by n minus n into n minus n. Now once we have got a, b, c, we'll just substitute it here and we'll get the required quadratic equation. That is, we have taken this one as a quadratic, and now if we substitute here the values, then we'll get the required equation. It is simple. So let us substitute the value. It is px equals to a means c by n minus n into n minus n into x minus n into x minus n plus a c by n minus n into n minus n. We have to substitute the value into this one. Now for b, what we have? It is a by l minus n into l minus n. That is the value of b into x minus n into x minus n. So now we substitute here a by l minus m into l minus n into x minus n into x minus n plus b by a minus n into a minus n into x minus n into x minus n. And that is the required quadratic equation which we have got. Now here the whole sum is based on only one thing, this one. That here you have to understand that you have to consider, because if you consider the quadratic in any other format, it will be a huge sum. The simplification will take a huge time. Can you understand that? Because here, just if you just try to eliminate these, because all are not here, this is not numerical. Can you imagine if you multiply this, whatever complications it will come? So here, if you can understand that, okay, I have to take a quadratic. Quadratic means highest power of x will be 2. So here you see highest power of x is 2 only. But I have taken some constant and adjusted in such a way that we can utilize these values. So this technique of taking the quadratic, you have to understand, you have to utilize this. Px equal to a by x plus b plus cx. This is a function given, and with that, it is given information is p1 equal to 5, p of minus 2 equal to 2, and p of minus 1 equal to minus 3. Now, what you have to find here? You have to find the value of p of minus 3. Now, very simple sum. We have this function. Now, 1 minus 2 minus 1. We can put this as the input and get the corresponding equation. P of 1 is what? P of 1 a by 1 plus b plus c equal to 5. If we simplify, a plus b plus c equal to 5. This is equation 1. Now we have p of minus 2, that is when the input is minus 2, what we get? It is a by minus 2 plus b minus 2c equal to 2. Now this gives us a minus 2b plus 4c equal to minus 4. This is the second equation. Now we have p of minus 1 equal to 3. Now this gives us a by minus 1 plus b plus c into minus 1 equal to minus 3. Now if you simplify this, it is minus a plus b minus c equal to minus 3, which on further simplification gives a minus b plus c equal to 3. This is the third equation. So we have equation 1, we have equation 2, we have equation 3. Now if we see this properly, this one, and this one. From first and third equation, if we subtract third from the first equation, what is it? Subtracting equation 3 from 1, what we get? 2b equal to 2, therefore b equal to 1. So we get the value of b. Now after that, we can do one thing, that we can put the value of b, the equation 1 and equation 2, and then we can simplify further to get the equation of a plus c. So from any one you can take. It is from 1 we take. From 1 what we get? Now a plus c equal to 4. And we mark this as 4 equation. Fourth equation. Now from equation 2 also we can further simplify putting the value of b. And what we get? From 2 we get a plus 4c equal to minus 2. That is the fifth equation. We have to substitute here the 1, so it is minus 2 taken on the right hand side. So minus 4 plus 2 is minus 2. Now from this, if we subtract, we will get the value of c. If we subtract 5 from 4, what we get? Write it down. On subtracting equation 5. From 4, we get minus 3c equal to 6. And this gives us 6 equal to minus 2. C equal to minus 2. What we get? Minus 3c equal to 6. And from that, what we get? C equal to minus 2. Now, if you see from the beginning what we have got b equal to 1, a plus c equal to 4. Now you can substitute in equation, that is from equation 4. From equation 4, what we have? A plus c equal to 4. Now a minus 2 equal to 4. Therefore, a equal to 6. Now we have a equal to 6, b equal to 1, and c equal to minus 2. So from given expression, what we get? Px equal to 6 by x plus 1 minus 2x. This is what we have got. Now what we need to find out? P of minus 3. So P of minus 3 is 6 by minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 into minus 3. This gives us minus 2 plus 1 plus 6. So 7 minus 2, what we get? 5. And that is the required answer. Given f of n plus 1 equal to twice fn plus 1 by 2. N equal to 1, 2, 3, and on. F of 1 equal to 2, and we have to find the value of f of 101. Now f of n plus given f of n plus 1 equal to 2 into fn plus 1 by 2. In can take this integer natural number values. F of 1 equal to 2, and we have to find the value of f of 101. So what we'll do, at first we'll simplify the given expression. So from given expression, what we can write? F of n plus 1 equal to fn plus half. F of n plus 1 minus f of n equal to half. Now we put various values for n. There is n equal to 1 we can put. When we put n equal to 1, what we get? F of 2 minus f of 1 equal to half. If we put n equal to 2, we get f of 3 minus f of 2 equal to half. If we put n equal to 3, f of 4 minus f of 3 equal to half. And like this it will go on. So when it is n, it is f of n plus 1 minus f of n equal to half. Now if we add up the whole thing, what is happening here? You can see alternate numbers are getting cancelled out. This is alternate plus minus sign is there. This is called telescopic series, where only the largest and the smallest survive. Others get cancelled out. So here what we get, that f of n plus 1 minus f of 1, if we add up, alternate plus minus is getting cancelled out. You are left with only this one and this one. F of n plus 1 minus f of n. If we add all this up, it becomes n by 2. So f of n plus 1 equal to n by 2 plus f of 1. Now f of 1 is 2, so this is n by 2 plus 2. Now we need what? 101. So to get 101, we have to replace n by 100. If we replace n by 100, then we get 101 equal to 100 by 2 plus 2. So the last line, what we'll do, we replace n by 100. So f of 101 equal to 100 by 2 plus 2. So that gives us 50 plus 2, that is equal to 52. Suppose we take the total distance covered is 6 from the starting point. This is the starting point, and this whole thing is 6. Now, for first 1 kilometer, the cost of traveling is what, rupees 3. And then after that, for each part, what we have, it is 1.2 kilometer, 1.2 rupees, 1.2 per kilometer. So that means for x minus 1 distance, cost is rupees 1.20 into x minus 1. Therefore, total cost equal to rupees 3 plus 1.20 into x minus 1. Very simple. At first, we have taken the whole distance as x. Now here x minus 1, that is the distance where we have to pay 1.2 per kilometer. First, 3 rupees 3. So 3 plus 1.20 to x minus 1. And this total cost is given by 1. Find the domain of this function fx equals to under root of x plus 1 plus under root of 4 minus 6. Now we can think this one as gx plus hx, and we take gx equal to under root of x plus 1 will be defined with largest possible domain. When x plus 1 greater than equal to 0. Now x greater than equal to minus 1. Therefore, domain of the function g is minus 1 comma infinity. Now next one, hx equal root over of 4 minus x will be defined with largest possible domain when 4 minus x greater than equal to 0. So x less than equal to 4. So domain of h equal to minus infinity comma 4. Now to find the domain of f, we have to take the intersection of these two. So first of all, we take a number line. To find the intersection means the common region. So for finding common region, we understand. So first one minus 1. So this one dg is saying what? Minus 1 to infinity. Minus 1 to infinity from minus 1 is starting and it's moving up to infinity. Next, minus infinity to 4. So 4 is somewhere here. Now minus infinity to 4. Now here we can see the common region which we are getting is minus 1 to 4. Here we can say that domain of if equal to domain of G, intersection domain of H, and that is minus 1 to 4, which is the required domain. Closed minus 1, closed 4, which is the required domain. Here both should be included. Here we see that both should be included. Both this number minus 1 and 4 should be included. And this is the common region which you can see. Phi x equal to cos inverse of x minus 4 by 3 plus log 5 minus 6. Since nothing is given as a base, we take this one as 10. Just assumption. And we take this one as gx and this one as hx. That is gx equal to cos inverse of x minus 4 by 3, which will be defined with the largest possible domain. When x minus 4 by 3 less than equal to 1 greater than equal to minus 1. That is x minus 4 less than equal to 3 equal to minus 3. X less than equal to 7 greater than equal to 1. That is x belongs to 1 comma 7, which is the domain of G. Now we come to domain of H. Logarithmic function is defined when this parameter will be greater than 0. So we write hx equal to log base 10. 5 minus x is defined when 5 minus 6 is greater than 0. That is x less than 5. So domain of H minus infinity to 5. Here x is defined when is greater than 0. That is H less than 5, and this is the largest possible domain. Largest possible domain. Now, after that, we will take the intersection of these two. If we take the intersection of these two, you're done. Because that will be the domain of phi x. So this is minus infinity, this is infinity. It is 1, this is 7, this is 5. So for G, what we have? 1 to 7, close both. For H, we have minus infinity to 5, open. So the required domain is 1 to 5, 1 closed, 5 open. So we write domain of phi equal to domain of G, intersection domain of H equal to closed 1, open 5, which is the